Hello, today I'm going to show you some of the basics of how to use Weebly, and I'm going to take you through several different things, including basic login and theme choices, adding some basic elements, and linking and embedding. So let's start off with the basic login. I've already logged in, so I'm going to show you some screenshots of what this looks like. If you go to Weebly, that's weebly.com, you're going to end up at this screen. Right at the front, you're going to see sign up free. You don't need to actually do that. What you need to do is you need to click on the button that says login. Once you click on the login button, you will get to this screen. If you are a Google user, then you need to click on the Google login, this red button right there, and then you will be taken to this screen right here. At this point, if you have a pre-existing Weebly account, you can connect it to your Google account. However, what you will do is click Create a new Weebly account instead. It will then take you to this screen in which you need to click Accept. Don't let all this throw you off too much. It's not hurting anything. Once you have accepted, you will be taken to this screen. I just choose Site, which is the easiest thing. You can add a blog or a store later. Once you have selected Site, you will then be taken to the template screen, and there are a ton of different templates to choose from, and you can change your template at any time, so you can just choose now, and if you don't like it, then you can change it later, but for our general purposes, just choose any old theme to get going. And the next screen that you will be getting to is this, and this is where you will need to choose a name of your site, or actually a subdomain. So your subdomain will be, it could be like mrsmith.weebly.com. I would say that that is probably taken. You want to choose a subdomain, and it just has to be anything that you want that's going to be easy for your users to navigate to. So if you have a really long or complicated last name, then you might want to shorten that or add a number to it so that you can get it. And then once you get one that's available, click Continue. And when you are continued, then you will be getting to right here. So the main screen here is the build screen, and the build screen is very simple. You have all your tools of which to build with over here, and up at top here you've got several other things, and I'm going to get to those later. If, for instance, you want to change the design, you just click on Design, you can click on Change Theme, and then you'll be able to change to a different theme. But I'm going to stay on the build screen for a little bit and show you a few basic elements. The easiest here is we've got a title, so you can put that in there, or you can just put text. In fact, let's just go ahead and put a text block. You just drag it. When it gets to the screen, you're going to see a little blue line. When that blue line is where you want it to go, you just let go of your mouse button, and there. Now I can just type in some general text here, and I can again highlight that text. I can add to it. Right now, you're not going to be able to really change the font style. There's another place you can do that, but just to keep things simple, we won't worry about changing the font style. You can change the color, however, just like that, and now we've got a nice welcome to my site. The next thing that we might want to do is add in a picture. So maybe you want to add a picture of your blank classroom since it's the beginning of the year, or you want to add in a picture of something else. So I can just grab Image, and I can go Image here. Now, if you look, the blue line is directly under Welcome to my site. So if I drop the image in, it's going to go underneath that. Well, I actually want it to go to the right. So it says Welcome to my site, and there's a picture to the right of that. So I bring it over, and then it's going to put my picture over here to the right. Actually, I see a little thing that pops up there. Leave that box, and it's going to kind of make your picture right next to it. And so now we can click here, Upload Image, and then now you can click Upload from your computer, or you can just drag a picture from your desktop right on here. I'll just click Upload a photo from my computer. Let that come up, take a second here. And you can put any picture that you want, and you'll be able to resize it once you get there. I actually have a picture ready here that is sort of a guide to using Weebly. And so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put Open. And now it drops it in there. And now I can resize this picture to my liking. So maybe I want to make this a little bit bigger here. And there it goes. And so now it's kind of a nice size that works for me, and I'm good to go there. So I've put in a picture, I've added some text, and I can just click over here, add some new things. This is the website. And you can kind of add your text, and if you want to center it or whatever you want to do, you can center it here. and center it, you can underline, italicize, all sorts of things. Now let's go down and let's do something else. So one thing that I really like to do is add buttons. And so let's say that we want to add 3 buttons under here to go various places. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 1 button. And it goes under because that blue line told me it was going to go under. And I am going to actually add 2 more buttons. Now again, this is kind of the tricky part of using Weebly, probably the most tricky part that you'll have, is you're going to take a button, you're going to drag it, and you always look where the blue line is for where you're going to place it. So now I can see that this is going just to the left. If I go up a little bit, then it's going to go under. So you can see that this will stack the 2 buttons, but I don't want them stacked. So if you don't want them stacked, you can come over here and you're going to see sort of like a little handlebar with some dots on it. You can grab that, move it, so now the blue line is to the left of that button, so it'll move it to the left. And now I've got 2 buttons right next to each other. So now I want to add in a 3rd button. So now I can add in a 3rd button, and I can put it in the middle there, I can put it over here, I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to have 3 buttons in there, and now I can name these buttons. So let's say that we want these buttons to go somewhere. Well, I can click here, and I'm going to call this Makey Piano. And I can change this button style to be a different color if I want, or whatever I want it to be. And now I want that button to go to another site. So when people come to my site, if they click on Makey Piano, it takes them to a website. So I can click on link, and now I go over, find the website, I go up here to where it says the website, .com or whatever, that's what you want to find. So that's the website, makeymakey.com/piano. I copy that, come back over here, and I paste it in. I always like to check the box that says open up, link a new window. Just take my word for it, it's good. So then we save, and then now I want to add something else. So let's say that I want my students to do some practice math. So I can say math practice. And I'm going to center this button so it looks a little bit nicer. And I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to center this button too. So that button's centered. I'm going to click on my 3rd button here and I'm going to center that as well. So you just click on it once, and like I go back over here, highlights that button. I can move it to the right, I can move it to the left, I can center it. I'm going to keep it centered. And then the key here is always link. When you want to make a button go someplace else, when someone clicks on it, you just click the link button. So one of my favorite sites here is that quiz. And this is what I recommend so that you make sure you get the link correct. Just go to the website that you want, bring it up. So one of my favorite websites for math practice is thatquiz.org. So I go, I copy that link, copy it, I come back over to my Weebly, and I paste. Okay? I'm going to open that link up in the new window. I click Save. All right, now let's say that I want my students to also do some spelling practice. So I put in spelling. So again, I just click on it, I type in what I want, I click link, and this time I'm going to have them go to Spelling City. So my kids can do some spelling practice. They can enter their own words from our spelling list this week, and they can click there. So I copy that, and I put this right in here, paste it in, click the link, and now it's saved. So now what I've done here is I've added a picture, I've added some text, I've added some buttons that when people click on them, they will go to a specific place. If you want to change it at any time, you come back, click on the button, and then you can say, I don't want a spelling practice, I just want it to say spelling. I can click on that, and now it just says spelling. I go to my link is the same, I can change the link if I want, and I'm all good. Save, all done. Now, another thing that you might want here is to put in a YouTube movie. So, let's scroll down until we find the button that is YouTube. There it is. So I'm going to drag this, and I want this to be at the bottom of my page. So I drag it, and then I come under, I look for the little balloon line that's under there, I drop, and now I'll have a YouTube. Now you're seeing here like, hey, that's not the YouTube movie that I want. Well, easy solution. Click on it once, and now right here is a little space for you to paste in the video URL. That's the youtube.com/ a bunch of crazy numbers. So I'm going to go to youtube.com. I'm actually going to go to one of my school YouTube channels here, and I'm going to find, oh, here's a fun ed technology song that we made about using ed technology. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to grab this link right here. I'm going to copy that, and I will go back to my Weebly, and I'll paste that in. And I will just click on a white space. So once you're done with it, just click on a white space, and now that video is on your website, that YouTube video. So that's a really easy way to put YouTube videos on your website, and ready to go. One more thing I'm going to show you here is adding another page, because you may want several pages. Well, let's say that you want a page for parents, or you want a page that you're just going to put permission slips or something. So you go to Pages here, and then all you have to do is you click Add Page, and make it a standard page, and then I'm going to call this Parents. Now, as you see here, you've got several options. You've got tall header, short header, no header, or landing page. If you choose a tall header, one of the things I don't like about tall header pages is it requires you to scroll down through a really huge picture before people can get to your content. So I prefer the short header or the no header. I'm actually going to go with the no header, and I'm going to save and edit. And now what I have here is a brand new blank page that students can do. And you can see here, it's now under this where it says Parents. So parents can get to it. Yours will just say Home and then Parents. So now you can go in and you can add all sorts of things. You could add in a gallery of photos, in which case, hey, if you want to add in a couple of different pictures, then you can click here, and then we can add in, let's add in these 2 pictures here. Okay, actually, I'm going to add in the login, boom, 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 boom. And you can control-click to highlight several photos at once. It's going to upload those files. And now I'm going to have actually a slideshow going across my website that has all those pictures in it. So there's all those pictures with a gallery of pictures. Oh, sorry, I did a gallery, so that's one way of putting them in there. If I want a slideshow, sorry, a gallery just shows you a whole bunch of pictures at once. If I want a slideshow, I can put that underneath it. And then I want a simple slideshow, so I click continue. And I'm going to upload those pictures, the same pictures that I just added before. Open those up. And now I will have a nice little slideshow of all my pictures. So it takes a second to load in those photos really quick. And then we will have a flashing slideshow. So you can do a gallery or you can do a slideshow, but it's a great way to add things. Oops, I'm going to add. It's down there, so I can save that. And now you can see here that I have a rolling slideshow of pictures. So I can just flip through, see what I want to see, and I'm good. So now that you've made a couple of pages, one of the things you want to do is click Publish. So you press Publish, and this is now going to be live on the web. So I can go here and I can see, what does this website look like to people? Oh, here it is. Hey, there's my Makey piano. If I click that, it's going to take me there. Oh, if I click this, it's going to take me to that quiz. So this is the little website right there. And then if you want to see what your parents' page looks like, you go to your parents' page. And there's what that parents' page looks like. And there's our little flashing slideshow. One last thing I am going to show you is how to embed something. So if you link something, that is going to take you to another website. So back here on our home page, one of the things that we did is we linked. We put in buttons, and now when I click on Math Practice in the regular web page, it's going to take me to the whatever website I've assigned to that button. Sometimes you want to take something from another site and put it onto yours. So for instance, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to Quizlet.com. And one of the things that I want my students to work on, let's say they are working on the bones. So I want my students to know bones, and I want them to work on bone terms. So I find some bones, and I'll just say I'll use this one. Okay, so this is a nice one. So we've got some good questions about bones here. So one of the things I can do is I can click on where it says Share here, and it's going to ask me, what do you want to do? Oh, it's not the share button. I'm sorry. If I grab this link, I can share that link. I actually want to embed, so I'm going to click on More, and look for this little thing that says Embed. And what that's going to do is it's going to give me all these little weird little codes. Well, if I want to embed a test of the bones for my students, or let's just say flashcards, I click on this, I copy this piece of code, I come back here, and I grab this little thing that says Embed code. So anytime you see a little thing on the internet that says Embed, you can click that button, copy the code, drag one of these blocks right on top here, drop it in, and it's going to ask you to paste in some code. So you click here, and then you paste in that code, click off of it, and guess what? Now you've got a set of flashcards about the human body, bones in the human body on your website. I click Publish, and I'm all done. So, in a nutshell, that is Weebly. I hope you enjoyed this Google Hangout, basics of Weebly, and we'll see you later.